Royal officials. A band of officials executed the royal orders. The Prime Minister was Uttara Mandiri. What is the meaning of Uttara? We are telling in Tamil, no, Uttaravu. What is the English meaning of Uttaravu? Command. The historical personalities like Manika Vasagar, Gulasi Rayar and Marankari worked as ministers. So these all people worked as a ministers. The royal secretariat was known as Elithu Mandapam. The royal secretariat is nothing but royal office was known as Elithu Mandapam. The most respected officials were Maran Eriyan, Satan Kanapati, Yenati Satan, Tiradiran, Murthy Iyaniyan and others. The titles of military commanders were Palli Velan, Parandagan Palli Velan, Maran Adithan and Tennavan Tamilvel. So these were nothing but these all were names, Tamil names in that period. Okay. Next we are going to see about administrative divisions. Pandi Nadu as in Chola state consisted of many provinces known as Valanados. So the main Nadu is called Valanadu, which in turn were divided into many Nadus. These Valanadu were divided into many Nadus and also these Valanadu divided into many Kurams. The administrative authorities of Nadus were the Natas. Natas are nothing but administrative authorities. Those who were in the administration power, he was called as Natas. Nadu and Kuram contained settlements. These Nadus and Kurams contain so many settlements. Via Mangalam, Nagaram, Ur and Kudi were different social groups inhabited. There were many different types of social groups in that time like Mangalam, Nagaram, Ur and Kudi. Next we are going to see about village administration. An inscription from Mannur dated 800 AD provides an account of village administration. One inscription, Mannur inscription, gave us the account of village administration. It looks similar to Chola's local governance that included village assemblies and committees. It also included so many village assemblies and committees. Both civil and military powers seem to have been vested in the same person. In that period, civil power and military power have to be vested in the same person. Next we are going to see about irrigation. The Pandya rulers created a number of irrigation sources. They created number of irrigation sources on either side of the rivers. Vaigai and Tamirabarani channels leading to the irrigation tanks were built. Many irrigation tanks were built on the river side of Vaigai and Tamirabarani. In southern Tamil Nadu, like Cholas, Pandyas introduced the new irrigation technology. Southern Tamil Nadu also, many irrigation channels were introduced. Irrigation works were done by local administrative bodies, local chiefs and officials. Repair works were mostly undertaken by local bodies. Pandyas extended patronage to Vedic practices. Velvikudi copper plates as well as inscriptional sources mention the rituals like Ashwamedha Yaga, Hirayana Garbha and Vijapeya Yaga conducted by every great Pandya king. These all were the Yaga's name. The impartiality of rulers towards both Saivism and Vaishnavism is also made known in the invocatory portions of the inscriptions. There were no partiality in that period towards Saivist and Vaishnavist. Temples of both sects were patronized through land grant, tax exemption and renovation. Temples patronized through land grant and tax exemption and renovation. The great Saiva and Vaishnava saints combined contributed to the growth of Tamil literature. Both saints, Saiva saints and Vaishnava saints combined and contributed to the growth of Tamil literature. The period was marked by intense religious conflict. Many religious conflict in that period. A conflict is nothing but fight. The Bhakti movement of that time prompted the Here talks scholars for a debate. Temples. Medieval Pandyas and later Pandyas did not build any new temples, but they maintained the existing temples, enlarging them with the addition of gopuras and mandabas. They didn't build any new temple, but they maintained the existing temples. The monolithic mega-size ornamented pillars are the unique feature of the medieval Pandya style. Monolithic means, mono is what? What is the meaning of mono? Mono means one. Okay. Monolithic mega-size ornamental pillar, decorated pillar. The sculptures of Shiva, Vishnu, Kotrave, Ganesha and Subramaniar are the best specimens in these temples. Pandya specially patronized of the historic Meenakshi Amman temple at Madurai and kept expanding its premises by adding gopuras and mandabas. Meenakshi Amman temple was very famous, but these Pandya kings enlarging this Meenakshi Amman temple with gopuras and mandabas. Trade. Arab settlements on the west coast of southern India from 7th century had led to the expansion of their trade connection to the east coast because the governments of the east coast pursued a more liberal and enlightened policy towards overseas trades. Arab settlements started in the period of 7th century. They had led to the expansion of their trade connection to the east coast because the government of the east coast was so liberal. This east coast government was so liberal, so they wanted to trade with this east coast traders. Their charters exempted traders from various types of port dues and tolls. In Kayal, there was an agency established by an Arab chieftain by name Malik ul Islam Jamal Uddin. This agency, this is nothing but one agency name, one office name. This agency facilitated availability of horses to the Pandya king. So this is what agency? This agency supplied horses to the Pandya kings. In the 30th and 40th centuries, horse trade became brisk, became very active. Marco Polo and Wasif state that the kings invested in horses as there was a need of horses for ceremonial purposes as well as for fighting wars. At that time, kings used horses for what purpose? Ceremonial purposes, for function, any ceremony purposes, and for fighting wars. During wartime, they used these kind of horses. Those who were trading in horses were called Kudiri Chettis. Who were in horse trade, they were called as Kudiri Chettis. They were active in maritime trade also. Maritime means sea related trade also. The busiest port town under the Pandya was Kayalpattinam. Kayalpattinam was one of the busiest port town. Gold coins were in circulation as the trade was carried through the medium of gold. Gold coins were always in circulation because at the time gold was considered as very important. It was variously called Kasu, Kalanchu and Pon.